Okay, I'm trying to figure out why my freezer temperature is fluctuating, but my refrigerator temperature is just fine, which is the opposite of most of the information I'm finding out there in my research. So I can see my fan is working, and my coils I thought looked pretty clean until I zoomed in, and I could really see a lot of dirt and dust in here. So I'm going to start with the condensing coils and clean them up the best I can with what I have on hand. And this is a close-up look about what's in between the coils. And for this model, it's really narrow space in between those, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to start by unplugging for safety reasons. It's a little warm. I don't know how warm it's supposed to be. First, I vacuumed the firmer, more protective coils with a soft bristle brush and a rainbow vacuum. And then I just took this plastic thing I had and kind of tried to get some of the larger chunks of dust off. It did help a little, but it wasn't great, so that didn't last long. Then I used this soft bristle brush that was from a vent cleaning kit. And that was a disgusting amount of dust, but not as bad as I've seen on other people's refrigerators. So I noticed a lot of water in the catch, and so I used my rainbow vacuum, which is capable of vacuuming up moisture and water. So make sure you are aware of this water before you get any vacuum in the area, because you don't want to just use a normal vacuum for this or around water. It could be dangerous. Water and electricity do not mix. Then I carefully vacuumed some of this dust from a little bit of a distance because those coils there are really delicate looking. So I really kind of didn't even touch them, just vacuumed some of the dust from afar. As you can see, it's pretty well stuck on. So I went back to the brush, and that did a pretty good job. Look at all that. So to get between the coils, I got this really thin piece of plastic, and I covered it with a sunglass microfiber cloth. And then I just kind of pulled it through the narrow areas, and it helps. It doesn't get everything, but it did a pretty good job. While I was in the back of the fridge, I wanted to disconnect this tube and make sure that nothing was blocking. I guess I didn't capture removing the tube, but you just pull straight down on it and it just comes immediately loose. I put a skewer there to make sure there was nothing in the way. I couldn't recognize that anything was, so I guess it was okay. Plus, there was water in the tray earlier, so I think we're good with the drain. And this shows how easy it is to reattach. And just kind of a reenactment to show how easily it pulls off. Now, I'm not sure about this, but this has a little nozzle at the end of this stem, and I think that means that it's had refrigerant replaced in it already. So that actually might make things easier for me if that turns out to be the problem. Here's the final result of the coils as far as I'm going to go with it. There's still some dirt in there, but I don't think there's enough to affect the system too much. So I'm done with that, and I'm going to move on to the next step. Ew, there's some. So after seeing that, I couldn't leave well enough alone, and I continued cleaning. So it turns out I obsessed over it a little bit more, and I continued with the skewer for the parts way in the back, and I was really, really careful with it. So, but I don't think it's a good idea to use that if you don't have patience or you can't be careful, because it's hard. I didn't want to take the time to get my air compressor out, but I thought I might try a blow dryer to see what I can get out in the end. As you can see, it did a pretty good job. I plugged it back in, and I have the surge protector. I had to wait I think 3 minutes before it goes back into working order. And once it did,
You can hear the hum, and the fan is spinning.
that was my first time cleaning the condensing coils, and hopefully that will improve my refrigeration, and anything offered I hope helps you. If so, please like and subscribe. Have a blessed day.